Yeah, I'm going live, so let's not talk about it.
What? You don't enjoy it?
Alright. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I'm actually not okay. I'm just playing Dream World. That's the thing.
Rim World, what is... I forgot, what is that?
He doesn't even know.
I don't know, I've heard it. But I don't know.
Wait, do you not know what Dream World is? Dang.
No, I don't. Wait, no, I should know. I've heard it like 100 times, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically just war crime simulator.
Why would you be playing something like that?
Because why not?
Well, you see, it sounds a bit extreme. I'm
Well,
starting
no.
the Twitch overlay. Let's go. Start. Oh wow, people already here. Sure, it's Pig and Peppa. I wonder who those two people could be.
Hello.
Yo, who is this?
It's the chef, bro.
Nah, who is this? Nah, you're not chef. You're lying. You took his
can,
identity, didn't you?
yeah, it cannot be.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, you're a skinwalker, right?
Ask me a question I only know.
Ah, okay. What is the best alternative for C?
C.
Oh shit. C plus, man.
Sure.
No, chill. No.
It's only a prank. It's a prank. Oh, okay. Let's see. We will continue today by setting up the server. Bam. Yeah, we're still working on multiplayer. Hello, everybody. But yeah, let's continue on by understanding how they do it in Unity, but we will not be doing Unity. I think spawning food. It's kind of weird because like spawning food, I don't have like data in general like about the server state, you know, and I cannot be. Should the server contain a complete state of the game? I guess it should. Should it?
It should be the game.
But right now we are running the game on the game, and then we have a platform. And I'm wondering, like, what should because the database
the database.
The database, like,
yeah.
It shouldn't contain a complete state, or
Like, I think it's like Harold said. Like, that makes the most sense, right?
but
exactly what I said.
But
I don't even remember what I said.
The database, the debater base.
Debater, yes.
My brain, it's like, because okay, let's see. This is what I'm thinking. If we have like clients, right? Okay, but this is client 1. Let's just focus on client 1. What will the database like contain? This is basically the server at the same time, or not? Like, because what do they do in here in this Unity tutorial? They have a complete state for this fuckery. Like, what the fuck? I swear to God. Let's see. They have a spawn food timer, then they have here, I'm basically just following what they have done, but still, it's the same idea. They have a player, they have food, they have circle, they have entity, they have What does the spawn food even do? It just says
Exactly.
that it's gonna insert a entity called food into the tables. But then it's the platform's responsibility to kind of like take that out of there. Wait, why do I have this in the wrong order again? It doesn't matter, it's okay. Right. Okay.
Couldn't you also just do it like that you send basically a request to the server and the server then inserts the food?
Yeah, but let's think like this, for example. This is the complete block of memory for the game state on the client, right? And it contains, right now I only have like, what the fuck do I have? I only have like information about the player, really. I don't really have anything else, if you think about it. Yeah, that's literally all the information I got. I got the player position. But let's say now I also would like to have an array of food, right? I will just leave this empty. This is, yeah, food. And then the client is like, okay, so you, in the game update loop it goes like, okay, so we got food in these positions, I'm gonna render food in those positions. And then somehow the server now decides that, hey, let's add some more food. And then voila, we have food 2. And now it's like, okay, but this is not on the client. That means the database must have a full-on copy or information about. Maybe it doesn't need to have the full thing, right? Maybe it just needs tables on information that is relevant, right? And then it says, okay, I'm gonna add another food entry, right? So there used to be this food, that was food 1. Now it decided food 2. And that's just a table. And then somehow now this client, it's not the game. It's not the game that is hooked up to the server. It's the platform. Or is it the client? Is it the game? Can it be the game? Or should it be the platform? Hello, Chauhan. I'm just gonna Hans said he won't be joining today, but I need to fuck.
Oh, hello. I'm happy that I'm not doing web dev programming.
This is not even, well, this is just multiplayer, and it's a bit different than normal multiplayer because it works quite differently.
But I'm not sure why should it be the problem that you can't store everything on the server and just send the information to the clients?
Because
the
the server stores things in a table. The client literally stores this as a block of memory, you know? And I'm like...
because the database, oh,
yeah.
I see.
It's a debater base. And that's why I'm a bit thinking about it.
You are basically questioning how you can store the data.
Yeah, but also like this,
database.
it's like not a tradition. It's kind of like a traditional database, but it's at the same time a game database. And that's why I'm getting so confused, because this one is also written in Rust, and we're using Zig and WebDev to communicate between these two, right? And that's why it gets so weird, like, because it's using WebAssembly as well. So it's like, and my brain is just kapoof, you know, but yeah, I'll figure this out. If the server spawns in more food, let's say we do the Agari. Yeah. Agari. How do you spell Agario Unity example? Well, this is my question. Is it the platform be connected to the DB? stores things in tables. Uses the game state struct. Let's see, he might just join because he's like, oh my god, this guy Lucas doesn't know shit apparently.
Nah, it's gonna be like he's rage baiting.
He's rage baiting again. Let's see. In the meantime, we'll try to think this through because what they do is that they just. What do? They have this thing called spawn, which then just appends food to a entity array or table, and then according to that, but then they probably will have some sort of functionality to just spawn in shit. Let's see. Well, you can kind of think of a struct as a table schema as well. Well, I guess, but whose responsibility?
Did Hans say that?
Yeah, we are, you know, we are like best friends. We are sending messages to each other right now.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, but it's kind of like, communicating over the network, which I thought about this too, and I'm not entirely sure, yeah. It's kind of difficult.
Or Lucas, you can just make one table entry that is a string that's really long, which that just got all the 0 and 1s needed to get all the memory.
Well, that sounds like, because you don't want to send extraordinary amount of well, I guess extraordinary amount of packages, you know, over. You want them to be kind of like small, so you don't want to send the whole game state. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't. But if I get, that's the point with this database. As soon as it gets a append into a table, you can have clients subscribe to that event, and then I guess. But then again, if you make a game that is designed to be multiplayer, you kind of have to make functions.
Oh, do you?
How is it done in traditional multiplayer games? Like if a, let's say there's a spawn food, and now all of the clients needs to be aware of this spawn food happened. Like, is there like a copy of the game on the server that? But how does it like?
I think it's still like Harold said, like the server stores the data.
Exactly what I said. Yeah. I don't remember saying that.
But let's like, let's say World of Warcraft. It can't be sending the whole game world to every like it's impossible. And same for a simple thing as Minecraft. Like, it's the only relevant information is the thing that has to be known, right? My brain is like, okay, let's see. We'll have done to do some exploration to see the pros and cons. Yeah, I guess.
But know, like what I know about Minecraft is that Minecraft, like the server does the like actually world generation and stuff. So it's probably like that you need to set up the game like one time, even though that could be like problematic. But then you only basically give the important data to sync the states.
Wait, your genius will make the food spawn on the server. It's all in the server memory. Then it sends the data to the clients. That's how it works in Minecraft. Yes, but the thing is that let's if we do a few steps back, the server runs the whole game logic and all the rendering, and it just sends the data to your. No. That's the thing, we have the game doing the whole game logic and the rendering. And then we have a platform that says how these things should be called. So what we have is, you have the platform, right? This is the platform, and then you have the game. The game has the logic, which is just update. I was like, how do you spell update? And then it has a draw. which just this update handles the game logic, right? That says logic. Oh jeez, logic, bruh. And draw propagates, fills a pixel buffer. That's not how you spell buffer. With the information needed. And how does it work? Well, there's a state, a game state, that the platform P, this is P for platform and G for game, that stores this, right? And it calls update with the state, and it calls draw with the state.
Wait,
And
the platform is like a rendering library, or how can I imagine that?
yeah, for now,
What
like
is-
the only thing this
Okay.
game, like depending on how you want to develop the game, but we have gone with just like, of course, if you wanted to add Vulkan to this, I think game would have Vulkan integrated to it. I think that would be the best approach. We haven't explored that yet so much, but for now, that's what I would think would be the best way to go about it. But we are just doing pixel buffers for now. So we're doing our own. If we do some 3D, we can do our own rasterization or on the CPU, because we don't really need that high graphics yet. But yeah, so the platform passes the state to the update and the draw. So the game is in our web browser right now in WebAssembly, because it's written in Zig, and the platform is responsible for going through a loop, updating it, and then calling the draw to get back the pixel data, and then responsible to taking input, so IO, I guess, but input, and then it's responsible taking the thing and putting it on the screen. Right? And now if we introduce the database, let's say
The
this
database.
is the debater base. That's beautiful, D.
Oh yeah.
DB. That's I'm just gonna do it in capital letters, because otherwise that's gonna be something else. All right. So your clients make all the updates for the game. No, the game makes all the updates. The client only says when it should update. And then the game contains all of the logic, what happens when you call update. And you pass in DT as well here, you have to have delta time.
Wait, but the game runs on every client, or
Yeah.
how is it?
Yeah, the game runs on every client. Every client has their own platform and game.
But shouldn't this be exactly like what the server should do, so that when the client says when this update should happen, that it basically sends exactly the time and the type of update to the server, which then updates the game, and then you send it to the platform, which gets drawn.
Yeah, so you would take like the update over to the server and then split it. Well, then you would have to start. Bro. Nah. It's no. The client should be responsible for its own rendering, right? And its own
Yeah.
logic. But the database just needs to verify that which is multiplayer related gets updated as it needs to be. And I think, like, if you have Minecraft, they have, like, let's say you have your database and you have your client. The client also runs its own version of the game. But let's say, like, if you are, what is it, peer hosting? What is it called when you play with your friend? Like, both machines. No, there's not a server, there's just a host. Then basically you are running, well, you're still running a server. Like, Minecraft is always running a server in the background, right? So you have your own game here of Minecraft, which you play, and then you communicate back and forth with the server, and then the server sends that to your friend, which you don't have.
That's insane.
So that means you're still in the Minecraft as well. You're still running like your own like game logic, and then when you try to do something, yeah, that's the thing. It sends a request that can I do this, and it goes forward here. This one checks, can you do that? and then if it's approved, then it's approved, and you get to do the thing you wanted to do. But this goes for everything almost, like any action, like break block, dropping, and all of these things. Anything that's considered an event is being passed through this, right?
The thing is, but this type of multiplayer that you're saying right now for the Minecraft, you mean like if you're in the same Wi-Fi or something, so you basically like share the world, you know, but this isn't like the normal multiplayer situation. Like normally you would have like the server and stuff.
Yeah, but the only difference is that if you have a server, is that this thing over here is this. Now you're not running. This is the normal like local host thingy, right? But if you have a server, then the only difference is this, right? So now it doesn't go through your computer to, or we can still host a server on your own computer like completely separately, and then it would still be the old one. Wait, then the server is only responsible for update and database. Bro, got facts, no friends, lama. So the event data is sent to the server processes it and do whatever the game do with the data and sends back what should happen on the game, the client, to the client, and the client renders it. I think we need to do some multiplayer research depth stuff. How do multiplayer work? How do
You press to add multiplayer.
You need to get friends.
Oh fuck!
And
Well,
then you can
guys,
have-
that's it. Thank you for
Mission
watching.
Impossible. Spacetime DB multiplayer. Let's see. They probably has. As ChatGTP will probably give me some horrendous answer, which no. Let's try to think about this.
The old good way.
The old good way, the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like kind of like multiplayer enhanced. Let's see. There has to be some good read on this, bruh. Multiplayer games work. How to make multiplayer game. Low level, probably need to specify. But some people fail the first step to play your game, which is get a friend. Yep. Build an online multiplayer using peer-to-peer. Well, that's kind of not, but sure. Begin to multiplayer game development. Unity, Nana. Low level programming. Multiplayer game level design, essential techniques. That's probably the wrong thing, but let's see. Multiplayer level design in depth. How to make a multiplayer.
That's level design. Wow.
Yeah, but level design might still go into some things that high level that's good though. Fuck. I said literal search for low levels like comes high levels. Like what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you know Godot is actually very low level?
What?
I think it's actually like 10 meters under the sea level.
Yeah, somewhere about there. Yeah.
Multiplayer Minecraft clone. I mean, that would be still interesting if there's a read on it, right? There has to be. Similar clone written in C using I'm clone 222. Store block duplication. Voxel Minecraft clone. Minecraft. Where's the fucking multiplayer? Fake multiplayer. Oh fuck. What the fuck? Am I just that bad at Googling?
Yes. Are using Brave because Brave isn't the best search engine, so you could do the exclamation mark D or exclamation mark G or B if you're really desperate.
I think I'm getting quite desperate right now.
So just ask AI. Like it will give you some information and you can validate them afterwards. Like,
let's ask if it can help us find.
Oh, Christoph sent over 31 people. Wow, thank you. Wow.
The goat.
Yeah, and I think has the no, it's still running. It looks like it froze, but I think it should be still on. Low. Let's see. Yeah, it's still running. It's so funny when 31 people join, so nobody sends anything in the chat, so there's no thing being spawned, you know?
Type. Guys, write stuff.
Please write stuff.
Oh, are you still here?
Is he still here?
No.
He came with 31 people and they're all AFK. That's why I have so high view right after he has left. But what I wanted to do was still like find search terms, or like how do I even, let's see, how do I go about making a game using, I don't know, I would like to say space time, but why does it say that I'm always, like, I swear to God, Twitch is, am I even live on Twitch?
Debatable.
But some people failed the first, wait, you can check that out, check what out? How do I go and make a multiplayer game using Zig? But should I go about my specific? Okay, I would say using Zig WebAssembly, spacetime, DB, and React.
React?
Yeah, that's for making just to clarify a player game in web, converting my Zig game to web assembly, and also how do people do it the traditional way. And space-time DB.
Also, your Linus Torvalds. Damn and bam.
Also, you are Linus Torvalds, senior engineer.
Yeah.
Game core physics rules. Webs wasn't to export function for things like update game state. So you need something like this, get render data player input. Okay, this is basically just my oh, okay, no, I have update and then I process this. Okay, this I already got. Basically, browser front end, user React, scoreboard. Yeah, it's inventing some new stuff here, but it's okay. Time multiplayer database clients subscribe. Would store things like players' position scores in spacetime. When a player sends input, React sends the spacetime DB move player direction mutation spacetime update game state. All subscribe clients receives new state and pass it to their Zig game logic. But how is this happening? And like, because that's my reaction. Okay, Zig deterministic game simulation can run locally too. Spacetime the authoritative state sync across player React UI shell input. It's pretty accurate. Traditional way, I wasn't specifically thinking about WebAssembly then, but you know.
So normal people would do it like this.
With spacetime, a lot of state sync automated. You can think in terms of raw sockets. Traditionally, you build your own server to receive input. I meant I got a game with a game state struct. I call update and process put input and then single player. Now I wanna add more players and food like Agario, for example, I don't think I need to say, for example, it understands that. And then how do I send the data from DB to platform to game? Perfect, thanks for clarifying. Game state struct in Zig update. You want the multiplayer, or you state should be all players see the same world. Your Zig game state is still useful, but instead of being the truth, it becomes a local simulation render. That's exact player input. Player press key, mouse, React catches input, React calls a mutation, space time. Okay. Okay, so there. Okay, space time notify all subscribed clients of the updated row example player. New interact. You listen to tables changes. Subscribe players rows. Okay, but okay. So you would have like a table for players, and then you press a button, and then it updates, and then it sends a. Okay, so you call imported Zig function updates game state. So update player. So you need to add then a separate. How? What's some update players? So you would have a separate update logic for what the? So you would have to expose. I would like to do it without having to expose. And where does? Well, I mean, it's not too bad. It's actually not that disgusting. But it's still, if ideally, it's not that horrible. I'm just like, it's not that bad. I could do it like that, and it wouldn't be too disgusting. Maybe. Well, I'm not trying to be too perfect either. I'm just trying to move forward, and this doesn't sound like a stupid idea either. And then this would actually just work, as long I cannot just do this when I feel like it has to be happening in accordance with the. Yikes. Okay. But it could still be.
What happened? Huh?
My brain is segfaulting. What?
Process my brain is segfaulting.
I mean, it's. I think it's a step towards a good direction still. It's not too crazy. It's not too bad, but that's the thing I wanted to know. Like, do traditional games just expose these functions? Like, how do they know that
They work.
Yeah, but
That's how they do it.
How do they work? Do they just expose their functions to be
No,
like?
they work.
Well, I hate that you're fuck that. Nah, how they don't just work?
Oh yeah. They do through like networking.
Yeah. But I mean, how do they know what to listen to and what data to be transported? Do they expose functions somehow? Bro, they just work.
It's like it's a networking.
That's no. That's bullshit. They work on their code, yes. But like, hello Code Fox, and hello JZK. I don't know if I should refer you by your real name, but we're just gonna keep it like this until we know how it's going. It's going horrible. I don't know how. Zig Game State now has all player food position from spacetime. For each frame you call game state update locally, then draw the canvas, blah blah blah. In spacetime DB you have the player, the food, and then in Zig we have the player, the food, and game state update. Yes. Okay, it's pretty good. Key insights. Okay. It's been a long time. No, less than a week, I think, hasn't it? Or week? I don't think.
With an S there.
Weeks. I will send to Hans that the best thing that makes sense. Think.
Ting tang.
Bing bang.
Oh. I can't believe you've done this.
What have I
Well,
done?
I can.
Oh my god.
Engines. Let's see. Instead DB is the master record player of food as rows. Yes, this makes sense. Your Zig Game state is just a mirror that reacts, keeps in sync with by feeding it new data whenever spacetime changes. Input only flows into mutation, never directly into the game state. Yes. I mean, that kind of makes sense. The only thing I don't like with that is that you would have to expose... As soon as you add something more you want to keep track of, you have to, both in the platform and the game, expose a new function that will be called that data you would like to keep track. Or mainly you could think of it directly as tables that you would like to... Could you simplify it maybe? Train an LLM which could code for you and boom, done. No, just kidding. Yeah, I read somewhere, I don't know who sent it, but where there was an article about the person who just explained that LLMs are literally just like compilers, you know? That if you don't know how to program, you can't really benefit.
What? But wait. My compilers work though. So not like compilers.
Okay, there are like shitty compilers that you have to be able...
Oh, TypeScript.
Yeah, you have to still be able to explain to it what you want, and if you can explain what you want, then you probably are pretty good on your own to just make the thing to some extent. Of course,
No.
I still think that it works also like kind of like a search tool at the same time, so... But I do agree with, if you're gonna be able to utilize an AI model, you kind of need to know what you're trying to do, because if you're just blindly, without any kind of idea, taking things from it, then
Yes,
you're...
guys. 2 days ago, my mom came to me and asked, like, if when AI models are this good, are programmers even needed? And I need to explain to her that I'm not really worried and that, like, yeah. And she's like, but the AI models keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, they do, but they can only work on existing data. So when it comes to something that is
Yeah.
creative and unique, they
Yeah.
cannot. Not
There
I
is no
said the same.
Oh, so they can't work on
that's like
Lucas.
that's where people need to kind of get in, is like there is no sentient or anything like that. It's literally a program that was like based on machine learning, you know, and they steer the machine learning. You just got to look at machine learning, and it's just like a program that you run, and then like you have AI, you set up like an AI program that kind of does the stuff for you, but then the machine learning stuff kind of builds you a brain, and that's how you get LLM models. And you have these large language models that are ones that you talk to that just use these models, and that's why you get the better versions, the ones that are trained longer, etc., etc.
I don't know. I keep noticing like elements can't count. I keep asking for n things and I get random amounts. Yeah, numbers for some reason they can't do math. They cannot. Like, even me. I am even okay. Maybe not, but sometimes I'm out better at math than the AI. So I feel pretty good about that sometimes.
Programming, this isn't a flex, but in math, it's kind of cool.
Or is it?
Yeah, you want to see something retarded? You wanna see something
I say that every day.
But you know what's the flex if you say I'm better at a language than AI?
Sure.
That's fire.
Well, that's not hard with Sig, bro.
Yo,
I mean.
I am my casting over here. Oh yeah. We'll just, I
Wait,
mean,
I'm
a bunch
gonna be
of
right
types
back.
in here. Yes.
or put this on your
Mhm.
stream.
He's gone.
Oh hell no.
Never coming
Anyways,
back.
what,
Yo, that's the
ready for this?
automation.
T-Chef?
Yeah, I mean.
No. we lost him. Lost them all.
Yes. Oh, this looks so crazy.
Are you looking?
Yeah.
All right. See what? Watch this. I'm gonna do. Hold up. Am I even? Is that even allowed? Okay, yeah.
Wait, what? You're doing it on the Discord server?
Yeah, check this. If you go into the Lucas bot and then go into events.
Wait. Yo, what?
Which one? It's
Bro.
but it didn't query it properly. Maybe if I go, how did I do that? So if I combine it, just stick this into there.
All right, I'm back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually,
I
no.
guess,
This
like
will
in
be
general.
this will be
In
this will
general?
be cooler actually for you, T Chef. Let's see here. Let's turn
That
this one
helps.
on.
Look at all. No, I just saw it. Okay. Lucas' brain when he meet what?
When you're doing math.
All right,
Yeah.
it's cooking up. You see this,
That's
T
crazy.
Chef?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, it's gonna end with this note here, which is
Convert to speech.
yeah.
Bro. That's insane.
You can like fucking have it print out to your Obsidian, a bunch of shit, man. So now I got this file here. I can download it, and then here I'll just. I have to switch my screen here.
It would be nice if the network could directly communicate to, let's say, this, like this is
Exactly.
to the state and just update it. But the thing is that the game is responsible to updating the state,
That's fire.
not
That's fire.
not the platform. So that I
Because
mean,
if we're gonna have an ECS, just make so all the functions, when they get called, if it's multiplayer, then it just sends over that function call to the other places, you know. So it's like synced, kind of, well, yeah, stuff.
what? Bye bye. See ya, Chohan. All right, but I think that because the game is supposed to, when you call update, it's supposed to take care of updating the state. And the database, how every time something, but how do I? Oh fuck! How do I even go about updating the? Let's say, okay, let's just simplify it to me pressing button. Yes. So how do I even go about from here? That I press button. Please let me move, because usually I've just done that in the update. That let's just move. You know, that's okay. Let's just update the state. Wow. But now it's
Goes
like.
and crack.
But now it's gonna be like, should the I mean, I guess we could just change anything that is requesting has to send it to the database, and then the debater base. The
Because I
platform.
understand it's like this, if you press a button,
Yeah.
then you basically send that to the database,
Yeah.
which like a button is associated with an action, right? So basically if you press A, it's associated basically with like moving left, and you can basically send that to the database, and then the database will make it can validate things and stuff. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
thing
then
is-
it can make the call to update.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you also get a bit of latency if you always have that, which is also kind of bad. So you would still like to say that yes, just do the update, but at the same time you're like, ideally you, well, this one would still, but then this one would also give back maybe even your own update that yeah, now you tried to move here, but actually I'm gonna reject yours. I'm gonna, in your next update, you're gonna be back to what I remember you being at, and not what you have probably moved to since. You know?
I know.
Yeah. But I don't think we need to think about security that much yet. But latency might
Yeah.
be an annoying thing though still.
But also, I wouldn't worry about latency too much for now. Like you should first of all get things working, and then you can worry about latency.
yeah.
Like, of course, you shouldn't make the most inefficient thing, but
Yeah, client-side
Yeah.
predictions. Yes. I love the StreamFIghter overlay. Like, damn, it's so good.
Or is it?
You know, it's so
No, it
simple.
actually is.
It is. It's really cool just to look at. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess we could just completely ignore input presses that goes straight to the game, and not we will change it to be that if, because it's also kind of game specific that yeah, if you press something, you will have to send everything through a the database. The database will update everything, then it will send it back to the platform, and in some way or another. Oh, but then you don't have to. You wouldn't even know who is your player. You would just know that the database knows who you are, and then it will be in here, and then in here it has all of the players in a table. And well, now I have PL for player, right? And then in here we'll just send back your own press and everybody else's press, and it doesn't necessarily know who. Well, you kind of want to know who you are, because if you have a UI interface, you would also.
No, I don't want to know who I am.
Who am I? Fuck do I know who I am? But you could like, okay, I think I can explore that idea a little bit more. Like, it doesn't matter who, but they kind of do matter, like who you are. Because if you die, you would like to know that it was you that died and not you. So kind of need to keep track also on, well, I guess it's not really relevant, because what if you spectate somebody and you want to get the same input as they were getting if they die, for example. So then it's just more beneficial, like it doesn't matter who, it's just a player that you're following, so you would keep track in your state also a player that you follow, and originally that is you, and then you don't have to, then yes. Do you have a client-side DB mirror though, or is the DB server only? Wait, do you have a client-side database mirror though, or is the database server only? Right now, I don't really have anything hooked up with the database, except I have
The database.
I have it running. Wait, CD projects, YouTube, Zig. I have just set it up. That's basically what I have done. I hope it will run, even though I have added new tables that I'm not even using. I will just trash the whole thing and start over if it's not working. Spacetime db start, and then we can do bun run source index that there. So this is what we got so far here. So you have this is on the actual database, and then you can just edit your name. So it got updated, and then you can send messages. And then you can press join game, and here's the WASM file game that is being played. But this WASM is not yet completely connected with the user. I have just made it be redirected, so I don't think it has any knowledge who is pressing inputs right now. But in order for me to even know that, I kind of need to have multiple players before I get to that point. So yeah. But the data, I don't have any data on the database regarding the specific game yet. Thanks, C. Christoph. Ah, well, I'm not Christoph, but
Basically, Christoph.
basically Christoph.
Christopher.
Yeah. Ah, awesome, fancy. Yes, yes, yes. We are going very fancy here. We are. I don't know.
Lucas, the drawings are getting better and better. It's actually looking fire.
Well, I would consider it an upgrade from.
This is just pure cinema, bro.
So yeah. But I think that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So let me think again. Input presses, you just send that, and you're associated with your player connection, and then it's like, okay, I know your player connection. Then it sends, and then it sends to every client that, hey, this player got updated, and you will get back your and everybody else's updated position, and then ideally update just. Well, for now, we could literally just say it will take in all of the new, recently updated players. That doesn't. Well, we still want to time it that when update is being called, that it also gets all. So we might have to store a list of all of the updated positions. But wait. Fuck. Oh. We cannot. Do we store the update? Do we store the position of the players? Or do we store the direction? Now this became a lot harder, because how do we keep them in sync? Like, is it the server that will... because it's...
No, I think you store the position, and when you have a button press, you can associate that with a direction, so the server knows how to update the position. Like, isn't that how you can do it?
Like, because it's not... The game is the thing that is multiplying by delta time and making all of the correct actions, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So how does I press an input, I send it to the database responds with everybody else who has done something.
But wait. If you say the game does, what do you think the database does? Like,
Everything.
The database should only have the data that is relevant for everybody else. Like, you don't really care about storing, like, let's say, the world map in the database, because it's like, everybody can store that uniquely because it will not change. It's static, right?
but don't you need to store that to validate if the action is possible? Or nah, that you mean gets done in that game update, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like, right...
But what is...
Hmm?
Okay. I don't understand what the database is supposed to do now then.
The database is...
Because I thought, yeah, it will update.
It's supposed to, like, that's maybe that I don't even know what the fuck is it supposed to. It's supposed to enable multiplayer. That's all I know. That's all I know. The rest, fuck do I know. But like, I don't think it here suggests. I am assuming it's the position, but it's like I cannot store the position because I don't know. unless if I allow inputs to be done, and then every time after I have processed all of the information, I send a new update with the new position of this player. Which then it would guarantee to be like a accurate placement that, and then it would also be kind of like, then you would get client predictions, wouldn't you? Because you would say that, yeah, I want to move here, and on your actual place you do move there in your game logic, and then you send it to the database, and the database just validates it, and then it sends it back, and then in here we would have another thing that just updates all player positions, news, positions, and if yours were invalid, or if somebody else's position was invalid, it would be forcefully put back to its original place, and you would get client prediction at the same time. Or am I tripping?
You're always tripping.
Well, of course I'm always tripping, but you know, am I tripping no more than usual right now?
Possibly.
I don't even know anymore.
I think that could work. Now, how do you go about this? Fuck. But then we cannot send. We do send the actual position to the database. That's what we will do. Client prediction was kind of the wrong word. Okay, but isn't it kind of like, what isn't it? Well, kind of the wrong word. But isn't it kind of like still doing, like, if I press W, let's say, and then it just starts to do the thing, and then it validates to the database, and it has already happened, you know, that, like, I can still see it happening, for example, in the worst case scenario, and then the database just responds, I don't know, you couldn't actually do that, so let's put you back where you were.
Wait, so please describe one iteration of a game now with you pressing W and you describe the
Yeah.
whole process.
So I press W, that's when I send that information to update with delta time. Then that thing gets back into here, so I got the new state, right? This new
The new
state,
position or something.
yeah, this new state gets sent to the database. I continue on with my draw call, and then I see
Mhm.
the world as if I moved, because I cannot wait for the database
Yeah.
to respond. Like I have to keep on doing things, and then eventually this will send it back, and then this one will have some own kind of like game input for all of the players, which will update it back, and then I'm back in some state if it was invalid, and then I go again trying to update, but then it's like, oh, you shouldn't have been able to do move 13 and you're on move 17 now, so sorry. And then you're back to wherever the fuck you were, and you have this thing going back and forth like that. Does it make sense?
Mm-mm.
Really, it's when
But
you run.
then-
Wait. Really, it's when you run interpolation client side on previous known state to predict not yet updated values, i.e., other players' positions or such. Ah, so it's like not your own, but other people's. Okay, I see. Yeah, we won't have that. So it would be more or less just everybody else. Like if I have, let's say I can see that a person has a velocity of 150 and they're in position 100, so I can already move them ahead, and then when the update comes in, I can be like, okay, it was valid, or I could be like, oh, they all of a sudden have minus 200, so fuck, let's just fix that.
Just kick him.
Kick it.
Nah, but then you need to watch out that you don't continue the loop and wait for the database after the draw call.
No, I don't.
But
Because-
otherwise, it could be that the move is valid, but the database resets you because it's still like frames behind, you know?
Mm. Or I just keep track of all of the states or the reset ones, and then just check. I can still see maybe what state it's associated to this validation. I don't know. Yes, when the updates comes, or you just correct for it, that's essentially the reason for peakers' advantage in FPS games. Ah. Okay.
Guys, can we just go back to offline programming? I found this.
Agree.
No. It's guys. Trust me, bros. It's and related weird artifacts when people have bad ping. Yes. I think we all have experienced that, except for a privileged few. I don't know. Harold.
Like Lucas.
I don't know. Like I have.
What? No, ping. What?
I have
I
a
lived in a
divorce.
forest.
Bro, have you seen my live streams? They're like delayed by 20 minutes.
I live in Finland.
Those live streams aren't even live anymore.
You know, my ping
Bye,
currently is
Lucas.
my ping's always pretty good nowadays, but my computer is pretty shit, so it doesn't really help, you know.
Yeah, what, T-Chef?
That's what's gonna happen if you don't wait for the database. You will just be further along, and your game will be 20 minutes late.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but like, you know, we are getting these problems because we are trying to understand how the fuck we make this, and as soon as we crack this thing, you know, like we're gonna know how to do this shit, you know, and it's gonna be freaking cool. Like we will, like as said, like, when we started this project, we're just exploring tools and making tools. So
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, and we are still doing it. We are not settling down on making something actual
Sure.
yet. We are just exploring
Mhm.
tools, learning, and like once we get like these things together, which will be never, because I think we will. Well, anyways, it will be so easy. Like the idea that at least I have kind of in mind. I think what Hans also has, to just start pumping multiple games quickly
Whoa.
and easily to iterate on, and if we can make it even multiplayer, like easily just working, you know, like that would be insane. And it
So if the
written
engine is finished, then GTA 7, Minecraft 2,
Minecraft 2.
all in 1 week, bro.
Exactly. But all of this will also be written. Okay, all of it won't be written in SIG, obviously, but the core
No,
game.
all of it must be.
The core game will be written in SIG. Of course, we will try to get as much as possible in SIG, but the Spacetime DB is right now Rust, which is it is what it is, you know.
How can you even not support C, bro? That's like pretty sad.
Yeah, and like well, they are working on more bindings right now. I've heard, so we will see it probably.
Yeah, message
We
them,
will
get
see.
back to work.
Get back to work. Where's my C bindings, brother? Or C library, actually. I want the whole library for real.
I want the real thing.
I want
The what? The bloody binding coming out soon.
The bloody
Bloody
bind.
binding.
The bloody bind. How many people?
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is this live? There's like 2 people watching over at Twitch. Damn, the 31 viewers from Christoph.
I haven't even been
gone. And then Penguin thanks Christoph, thanks see you, and I'm like, okay, he left probably long ago, and it's not even. Anyways, doesn't matter. WWW. Wait, did I get a hammer? Damn. /.com or /.com.
www.com.
You know, I had legs today, and it feels fucking amazing. And tomorrow I'm gonna
Whoa.
have chest and back.
Oh.
Exactly.
I have rest tomorrow. I'm so hyped.
Breast.
Rest.
What are you saying?
Rest.
Breast.
Rest.
Rest.
Okay.
I was like,
okay.
breast. Who says that they have breasts
Yeah.
tomorrow?
I was like, also, what the hell? Bro's parents must be thinking he's like using the Google voice assistant. He's trying to search.
Wait, what did you understand?
That you
West?
that you have breasts tomorrow.
Oh, hell no.
Hello, right?
Yeah, he's training them. Bruh, what the?
What on
Poor
earth?
guy.
Yeah, then
He's training them.
what on earth is rest? Yeah, I have never heard of this word. What is that?
Yeah, it's my one day in the week I have rest. But
What-
yeah.
What is rest, bro? This word is not in my vocabulary.
There's a lot of words that aren't in your vocabulary, like frob.
What is frop?
Not equals with exclamation mark.
Not equals exclamation mark. What?
Exactly.
Question mark?
But
that-
doesn't got his ternary operators.
But not equals
Yeah, no.
exclamation mark. That means that it's basically anything that is not an exclamation mark. That doesn't make any sense.
Or does it? Because if you look at the ASCII value of the exclamation mark,
Exactly.
you basically check what's the ASCII value. I think, wait, let me predict. 124. Oh, hell no, the symbols are... Wait, where is it? I'm not seeing it.
What are the decimal 33?
Yeah. But is that the I'm not... Bro, the stream is so low resolution I can't see it in the Discord stream. Wait, I gotta go on YouTube. Oh. Yeah.
You were not
cool.
even close, bro.
Right.
Get your ASCIIs right, bruh.
I wasn't sure if it's like before or after like the whole alphabet or something. But okay, like I guess the like symbols are before, but yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why they decided to put these ones in between, like, and why did they put the capitals before the lowercase? You know? Okay, I guess if you look at the... Well, okay, that makes sense. Oh, look at that. The binary value for capital A. And then the binary value for lowercase a. But I still would think it would make
Okay,
more
yeah.
sense to have them flipped for upper and lowercase. This is literally, like, it's literally just one bit, like, operation, and you could check if it's... If you're always guaranteed to get a character, you could always do a bit check. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, you know? But
You can't check only one bit.
yeah, you would have to do a bit shift, but
No.
yeah, you could.
No, I
No, a
mean,
bit.
like, you need to check
No,
more.
you could do an
But
and.
But there are more symbols that have a bit in this place than characters.
No, but
Nope.
you only need to check this bit to see if
No.
it's an upper or lowercase. So you just and this.
Oh, to me it's the upper or lowercase. Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought.
But then
to
you
be
would-
a character.
Then would have to be
Like-
guaranteed that you're getting a ASCII
Oh yeah, yeah.
or a alphabetical character and just go based on that. I think that should work. Yeah. Set has 0 here as well. Yeah, well, here it would also kind of... But then it's not a character or alphabetical
I
character.
don't understand why they haven't used extended ASCII in the first place.
Where is ASCII? ASCII! You know, like it ASCII with 2 eyes. Where is ASCII with 3 eyes?
ASCII. Yeah, where is ASCII?
Oh, I love skiing.
What?
ASCII.
ASCII. But yeah,
Guys,
anyways,
what's your favorite ASCII value?
48.
Probably 0.
Okay, that's actually pretty
Oh.
good.
Yeah, I love my null terminators.
Yeah, 0 is kind of fire, not gonna lie.
0
48
is-
of vote too.
Well, that's also it's 0, but in ASCII.
Yeah. Fire.
Fire. If you try to see if something is lowercase, typically using the standard library does that faster thing. Probably yes, it would and it will, most likely. We just like to do things in a stupid way as possible.
I see users we don't know standard library.
I like to hook it up with my ChatGTP and prompt it. Is this upper or lowercase?
Is this a digit?
Is this a digit? And that's how my code base works. Imagine that, oh my god. That would be great.
Is this a 1 or a 0?
Is this a 1 or 0?
Okay, wait, I gotta do a set of training. Be right back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start going real soon, but let's see. I think I just need to do a little bit more thinking on this multiplayer part. It's kind of like unclear still. Like I think this makes sense. You press, you do your thing, you send it to the server takes it back. Let's actually continue reading. Fuck, but I should actually be going to bed so I can hit the gym early in the morning. Anyways, let's see. I think I have already copy pasted this thing. This thing also. I think this one I have not done. No, these things I have not done. Let's see, I want to find login players in. I want to quickly just skim through where is the update for player. Player spawning player circles. Disconnect. Creating the area.
Hey.
Welcome back. But these are now the actual game. This is not the server anymore. Okay. Handle subscription application. Okay. Creating game objects. So entity controller. Here, let's see. So they have a virtual spawn, which just spawns the thing. You set color on entity update, on delete, on up, and then here's the update. Lerp. Okay, mass to scale. And then spacetime, here they have this, and return. Okay, so they, okay. Circle controller. Play owner, okay. And they have a spawn. Get component, okay. Food controller, they have a food controller? What the fuck? Okay. Player controller. I'm trying to see, like, how do they communicate to the database that they have moved? Or something like that. Prefab, manager, spawn circle. Spawn food, spawn player, hook up the data, handle connect, circle and in. Ah, but here, no, wait. On delete. Let's see, camera controller. Entering a game, handle subscription, trying it out. Moving and colliding. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit, but we're... Let's see. Moving at this point, we're very close to having the working game. All we have to do is modify our server to allow players to move around and physics collision. Let's start by building a simple library to help us collision and create a new math file in the directory and the following content. Let's also move. Okay. So they have this thing, they have an add. Okay, so they literally just have how to manipulate the 2D vector
Interesting. Math update player input, so they take in a direction. Okay, but here they just take in a direction. That's kind of a yikes. Because that, I don't know, maybe, isn't there a database supposed to be like this kind of live thing? So you just pass in, but what is responsible for the delta time then? So the move input and the client
The
apply.
tick rate,
Yeah.
delta times, yeah, but
So-
delta times
so-
decide.
So, but how does it work in Minecraft? Is it that, no, oh my god.
I was just kind of doing my own tick system, kind of
Yeah.
side project not too long ago, and I was running into the same kind of thinking about it because delta time is not part of your update loop. Your update loop is fixed on how fast you can run your program always, and that's dependent on your like CPU and processing. So it's like you use like a tick rate, and then you define your delta time by that tick rate from each update interval, and then that's how you kind of like do the comparison. And I don't know, there's some more shim sham to it, but
Yeah. Well, I assume that this is like, this just says update, it takes the direction, right? Normalize, and then the speed, magnitude, clamp, and then, so this one doesn't consider any, delta time, or tick. But there's a timer, so I guess based on this, that's the space.
that's yeah.
Next to move speed. Move all players. Yes. So you just update to the database which direction you would like to move, and then move all players is fired, and then I assume that one sends out, and then every player gets their update. This is so crazy though, because but I guess this is what SpacetimeDB is supposed to be for, so you're not supposed to like, it's supposed to be able to control like thousands. I think they had examples of thousands of people playing at the same time. So that's just, whoa. It's a bit different, and you kind of get dependent on the network a little bit more, but, or I guess it can compensate maybe, move all players. Key press here, let's see, input mouse position, time last move times time last mouse position, screen with center, screen direction. So update player input. Yeah, so this one doesn't set anything. Let's see. I don't think it sets the position. It's literally just, oh shit, where did it overlapping now where is the move all players here. That's just for the mouse. But yeah, it just says the ideal direction. It's not actually updating the position. That's what this thing is doing. Okay. I think it's just trying to get used to a different kind of thinking. I will send this to my friend. That's not how you do that. How do I in Discord say it's Rust code when you do the code formatting? Nobody knows?
Sorry, what was the question?
When you do the code formatting in Discord, how do I tell it's Rust code?
Oh shit, you do, I don't know, just do the symbols and type R, it might auto like show up a thing. No, it doesn't, actually, not in Discord. Shit, for Rust? I would just type Rust. The 3 symbols and then Rust. Is that what you're asking? Or am I retarded?
Let's see. I just know that you need to say it somewhere. Okay, so it's those thing and then you
Yeah.
say Rust. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what the words that came out of my mouth. Like what?
Sure. You're spitting wild facts, bro.
I don't know. Generally, you don't really need to. You could just do like the 3 and then put the 3 and then I don't know. It does like default coloring on it. But if you want the exact coloring, like.
Extended.
Ugh.
But hello Cheesecake, you're joining perfectly for I'm just actually gonna go to sleep. Just to keep the sleep schedule, but I think we have learned, we got a way clearer picture of how to put, like, yeah, not much to do with 1 hour, but I think they are still like quite productive hours. Like, I don't mind them not being like actually writing too much code, but rather just clearing things up. It's not too bad. I don't mind it, and it's interesting. But I think, yeah, it's literally just continue following this thing, just adapting it and still trying to get it working with the damn React. Let's see, I'm just gonna do a ping before I go and see if somebody here at web dev. The let's see, I'm gonna check roles. How many people do have web dev? 44 people. Sure. Yo, T-Chef, tell me about the React development that you do when you do web dev.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually a very experienced web developer.
Sure.
Wait, what about web dev? What about web dev?
I'm thinking if you go to the app here, this is the thing.
Okay, yeah.
So let me just also give it to the other people if somebody want React. Should I just say JavaScript instead? JS? Let's see, I'm JavaScript, CSS, that might help plain web if need a dime. For the app to this is very unclear. Wait, let me just... Oh my god, I don't know if I can send this whole thing.
Just send the file over.
Yeah, but... let's see, I will just do... Can I do this?
No, like drag the file itself into like the thing, and then it can grape it or whatever.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work with...
Can't you do browse file? Oh, I don't know. That might be. Oh, I don't know.
Oh wait, I copy pasted just as message.txt. I need... Well, I think it's too much for people to read rather than just... I just need this to somehow be... I need this
Where the
to...
fuck did you put it?
Wait, I need this to... Wait, I'm still typing it. I need this to be a...
inside of the app file instead of just redirect to the file. Yeah, okay, anyways, this is the thing. Like, because the front end is being served with the app. And this is the app, which is the perfect thing. This is what it's supposed to be. This, you see this, right? You know?
But hey, we're looking. What do you want?
Is bro using Discord to vibe code right now? Yes. It's called Discord GPT. Anyways, so this is the actual app, right? Which is this thing. This is hooked up to the database, so it's perfect, you know? The issue is this place over here, which it works, but it's kind of like, you know, it's this button here, join game, and boom, here's the beautiful game, right?
Mm.
Yes, perfect. But now if I go to game, I don't have access to, I don't think I have access to these features anymore. I cannot just go inside of game and say, yo, print out the username, the name of, you know, this, because I don't have access to these things anymore inside of game here. And that's kind of what I need, because that's what I want to do here. I want to, inside of this one, be sending what I'm pressing. These people in Lucas are drunk coders, not vibe coders. Bruh.
The Discord streams, like, I can't even read. Like, also, I'm tired, too. Everything's extra blurry. It's hard to even understand what the hell your code you're even pointing at. Too bad you didn't have any of these other Zig connoisseurs here. Or not Zig, fucking HTML.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I need to think about how, because, I mean, I could also probably just take this whole snippet and just, you know, right now I'm importing the whole app, but the whole app is not the point. What I want to do, for example, is just a quick console log, and then I want to be able to say the name of this current connection. But I can't do that because there is no such thing. Like, here's a set name, right? Or let's see, can I just see the list of all, here are messages, map pretty messages. Like, there has to be a way just to set new message. Set, for example, set new message, but this is not accessible anymore. And that's kind of what I need. Like, I cannot access that. I need to get access to that, and I don't know, like, what I should do about it. But I will sleep on it. At least the multiplayer thing is starting to make sense. I just need to figure that out tomorrow, I guess, and continue following this thing. What I was supposed to do today was like, nah, I need to figure out this multiplayer a bit more. But yeah, now it's starting to make sense. Still a bit unsure about how to connect it to the actual WASM, but we'll look into it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's pieces needs to connect slowly but surely. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it for that whole whopping 3 viewers on YouTube, 2 on Twitch.
I don't know why I'm streaming on Twitch Kick anymore, but I'll do it. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow I swear we'll get something done rather than just planning, maybe. Anyways, bye bye, see you tomorrow.
Bye.